Hello everybody, I am Benjamin Magnus and welcome to Imperator Rome. Now I wasn't exactly planning on playing as Sparta for my first single player game, but as many of you already know, I played as Sparta during the Dividing the Spoils Paradox event that took place the weekend before the embargo was up. And it was fun, but the requests I had a lot from the comments from that was I would like to see Sparta again, only explain what's happening, and the only way to do that is to do it in single player, so I can go at my own pace and kind of explain what's happening in the game rather than just flying by the seat of my pants. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I've already started up the game. You can see we are Sparta, and I'm actually going to put this on political map mode. And for those of you who are wondering why this is not colored in, I went into the settings and I turned off impassable terrain. When you're working on a microcosm like this, I kind of like being able to see the mountain passes and whatnot a little bit better, so I turned that off. I might turn it on a little bit later just to clear up some border gore once we solidify the Peloponnese, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Anywho, Alexander the Great. In Babylon 18 years ago, the Argead king Alexander died suddenly at the age of 32, and the 5 year preceding his death. His continuing military success had reshaped the world as known to the Greeks, his empire stretching uninterrupted from Egypt to the Indus. The shock of Alexander's early death and his lack of a chosen successor sent shockwaves through the hierarchy of satraps and generals who attended him, splintering his empire into elements ruled by those potentates, styled as the Diadochi. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, FYI. If I'm not, please correct me in the comments. For many years, they and their successors have been locked in a bitter struggle over the future of the empire, drawing all nations within their sphere of influence into the conflict. The wars of the Diadochi will surely continue. Perhaps it is up to Sparta to decide how they will end. The die is cast. So, for those of you who are wondering, we're talking about the Seleucids, Egypt, Phrygia, and so on and so forth. Egypt is actually really scary at the top of the game. Let's take a look here. So you can get a little bit of info on a country by going into the Diplo screen. And this is how I'm going to be playing through this series, at least for the start of it. I'm going to be going very slowly and trying to explain where things are, what I'm doing, and why I'm doing them, rather than like my normal play style of EU4 or CK2 or something like that, where I'm kind of going a little quicker. I want to help you guys figure a lot of this stuff out, learn from my mistakes. So if you click on Egypt and then I'll show you how I did that. Egypt and go into diplomacy here. You can see some pretty important information about them. How much money they have, how much manpower they have, how many cohorts are in the field, ships, stability, number of cities, and this one right here is a good indicator of strength, pops. This is how many population units they have in the breakdown of their culture. So, 1,813. Sad little Sparta down here. I can actually get here by going to this. Got 5 cities. And a start of 63 pops. So I'm very weak, but the plan is to try to grab control over as much of the Peloponnese as I can and turtle down for a little while. One thing that's going to be very important is trade goods. So let's see, that's trade. This is trade goods map mode. So I have a benefit of having iron in my land. Iron gives me access to heavy infantry, which is great. What I don't have, and what is important to a Greek culture, is horses. You can see that there are no horses anywhere near me. So, military, if we go to military, there's a number of Greek traditions that buff your cavalry. There's one like cavalry offense, like cavalry defense, cavalry discipline. How many more are there in here? Cavalry skirmish tactic, heavy cav. Let's see, light and heavy cav. How many more are there? There's one there. Trireme, light cav. Ooh, I like that one. Raid portability, nice. Mountain combat bonus. Ooh, I like this side right here already. Yeah, so getting access to cavalry, I might be able to trade with it. I wasn't able to do it in the multiplayer thing because all the horses were controlled by my enemies and they wouldn't trade with me. But maybe we'll be able to get some control over it this time from the AI. And one thing we're probably going to end up doing as well is form Arcadia. All you have to do is kind of grab the interior of the Peloponnese and you can form Arcadia. And that gives you a nice bonus. Minus 5% build cost and time for the entire game. You get 4 free pops, 2 citizens and 2 freemen. Megalopolis is the new capital, but it also gets Emergent City until the end of the game, which gives you local population growth, civilization level, and freeman happiness, which is all really good stuff. So it's a good way to start the game as Sparta. You can always continue with Sparta, but that's a really good way to grow with. And this is Megalopolis right there. So let's start going through our pop-ups at the start here. And I know we haven't even unpaused yet, but like I said, we're going to be going slowly. I'm going to be trying to explain to you everything I'm doing. Disloyal characters. Disloyal character is only a big deal if that character is in a position of power, and there are ways to kind of help that along. Loyalty is right here, and it's slowly ticking down because he's a pretender to the throne. Could always make friends with them. That can help out. You can always just bribe them. Let's see, free hands. Let's see, monthly loyalty plus 0.25. So you get a little bit of a lot of times it's a trade-off, a little bit of corruption to make someone loyalty. A lot of times you can just throw money at them, or you can go the other way and just try to make them not very prominent and have them lose their popularity. But this guy is not really a big deal for me. It's only a big deal if they have a lot of personal troops loyal to them, or some you have a lot of disloyal provinces and stuff like that. So right now, it's not something I need to worry about. I have an unused trade route in my capital, though. That is something I want to deal with. This is the trade routes you can see right there. I have 0 going out of a possible 2, so we're going to want to try to set that up. We already have iron, but if we were to import more, you can see surplus in the capital there, we would get heavy infantry discipline of an additional 10% if we were to import more. Importing wood would allow me to build triremes, which would be excellent. These are all growth modifiers, always good choices. These are mostly happiness for various pops. Right in here. This you can see they're broken down. Military, economic. Let's see, glass, commerce income. Each surplus provides another 5%. Surplus, you know what? I can get glass. Commerce income is great. See, this is going to come from Macedon. And they would say, yeah, so I'm going to have one of mine on increasing commerce income. Because Sparta does not start off with a lot of money, so that's a good start, I think. What do we got down here? Ooh, supply limit. That's a good one. Attrition is a real killer. So if you could get your supply limit up, that's always a really good option, because not only is attrition really bad, but as you can see here, manpower ticks up really slowly. So it's really easy to get yourself into a kind of a sticky wicket by overextending with military, with well, I was going to say legions, but this is stratos because I'm Greek, with your armies, sending them into low supply areas. So I think I might do that. Woad is good for tribesmen. I don't really have any of those. Happiness isn't too much of an issue for me because we're kind of homogenous here. Getting access to wood would allow me to build triremes, which is going to help with some early sieges. I think we'll go ahead and do that. Where can we get it from? From Rome. Sure, let's import it from Rome. Excellent. All right, lack of a military commander. So what we're going to go ahead and do is take our army. We're going to assign a military commander. And this kind of sorts it by the most effective leaders. Their martial ability is what's going to make them a good commander. But you also want to make sure you're not going to hand it out to someone who could potentially become disloyal or is already disloyal. And let's see, this guy is disciplined, so he's got martial +1, and he has martial +1 and discipline +5%. He is... Oh, you know what? That's me. That's the ruler of Sparta. So yeah, there we go. It's the current leader of my country. Arius. Alright, pretender support, not a big deal. We should get married, though. Let's see, so let's arrange a marriage. And let's try to find a woman with some halfway decent traits. Harsh. Local slave output, I like that. Increase fertility. popularity and power. Ooh, power cost. That's a good one. Effect. Oh, that's effect if ruler, though. Might just go with someone with some decent stats here. This one's pretty good right there. We're going to go ahead and select her. Also, she's lustful. Did she come with a child? Whoa, whoa. Oh, you know what? It doesn't... Wait, it says primary heir, and I was like, maybe primary heir doesn't necessarily mean a direct descendant. But it does say that I'm the father. We're going to go with I'm, with air quotes there. Anywho, that's fine, though. Alright, inventions are very important, too. Every time you tech up, which is kind of a passive thing, you give research points, and they go and they fill these... the research points fills these bars. Once the bars gets to 100%, you tech up, which gives you the stacking benefits of, you know, increased morale for armies, blah, 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 blah. But if you go to the bottom there, it says unlocks, supernumerary, extraordinary ordnance, and so on and so forth. Those are the inventions here. So it'll cycle out the ones that are left on the invention list with the new ones. And these don't go away forever, though. So, like, if you don't take... let's say if we don't take professional sailors and we tech up, and it goes away because it's replaced by the next ones listed on there. When we take one of those, it'll cycle older ones back in. So you can run out of these, but when you tech up, more of them fill out. So, see, what's a good start here? Commerce, income. I tend to go for economic ones. See, fabricate claim cost. That's a good one, too, because that saves you oratory points. Omen power. That's a good one, too. Tech speed. Let's just start off with that one, herbalism. There we go. And this is this number of research points you get is directly linked to the number of citizens you have, because your citizens produce research points. And a little bit of commerce. See, freemen are manpower. Tribesmen are base tax and manpower. I don't have any of those, though. I'm not a tribal country. And your slaves produce taxes. Oh, also, stacking slaves. I believe every... Oh, I can't remember the number off the top of my head. I want to say every 50 slaves gives you an extra trade good that is produced in your capital. So for me, that would be grain, which is great, because that is population growth. Oh, and we can pick omens. In my opinion, omens, you should pretty much have an omen going at all times. There's not a lot to do with religious power. You can call omens down. You can use it to boost your stability. And you can use it for converting pops. Generally what I do is I tend to just have the omens going at all time. But at the start here, let's go ahead and see if we can get a little homogenous. So we've got 93% Hellenic and 93% Peloponnesian. So we're pretty homogenous here in Laconia, as is. You can see it when you hit it there, it highlights the entire province, which is nice. There's a couple, just one thing I want to tell you guys. This is pre-release hot code, so there is going to be bugs. There might be changes by release time and so on and so forth. So if anything I say is not accurate, it could be because I've flubbed. Obviously, I have not had this game for that long, but I do have a little bit of game time on it, so I could be wrong about things. If I am, please feel free to let me know in the comment section, or things may have just changed on us. So if we go to, like, if we check out our slaves, let's see, they're all Peloponnesian and all Hellenic. I'm hoping in the future they have, they implement ways to get, manage your pops a little better. So if we go to our freemen, looks like they have a general 78% happiness. We got some Hebrews who are Jewish in the freeman population here. Their happiness isn't good, but it's not really affecting the overall happiness too badly. So I might just leave them. And here's the same two pop. We have two more pops in the citizen rank. But that's okay. Something you could do to change that if you want. I wonder, does that expand to any other... cities? Well, I don't think so. Oh, you know what's kind of the only way to check right now. If you go to convert. Yeah, so it's showing me there's only there's a couple citizens and a couple freemen who are not Hellenic in Sparta. But I don't want to spend those points just yet. So we're not going to bother with that. Oh, and the other way to convert them, I was going to point this out, is to change this right here, the governor policy. Right now, it's on trade focus, which gives me an extra trade route, which is why I have 2 instead of 1. But you could pay some oratory points. I think it costs a little bit. I think it's base 50 or something like that. Religious conversion and religious assimilation here. So this converts people, and this assimilates people. You see there's a 17.5% chance to convert to Hellenic and a 15% chance. And this is based off of the characters. I believe it's based off of the characters' civic. I've got 4 civic, which is kind of low. But it's only a couple pops, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm not going to worry about that right now. We are going to turn on an omen. Let's see. What do we want? I think we'll just go with Blessing of Demeter for the population growth. And this is a ticking bar that when it empties out, your omen is over. Alright, and we are also going to start out by increasing the size of our military here. We've got 4 units of heavy cavalry, heavy infantry, and 4 units of archers. I wonder, hang on a sec. Yeah, nobody, I was going to check to see if we could get horses. Nobody likes me enough. Now, where are these guys? I don't even see. Oh, down here. Ooh, you're gonna die. Egypt's gonna eat you. Shame. Alright, I think we're about ready. Let's, So right now we've got our primary cohorts as the archers, and then the secondary cohorts as the heavy infantry. We don't have any flanking cohorts right now, so what we can always do is recruit to army. And why don't we go ahead and bring in some light infantry? They're not that expensive, and the upkeep isn't that bad compared to the heavy, so I'm going to build 4 of these. And I'm going to set the flanking cohorts to the light infantry. Movement speed 2. I need somebody on the flanks. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Alright. And we're finally unpaused. I'm not super good with the military in this game yet. I'm really more of an economic player in Paradox games myself. I like turtling, I like playing tall, I like playing an economic game. So we might be focusing on that. Also, let's see. Focusing on getting control of entire provinces is also a good start. So like all of this is the province of Laconia. This is Messenia. I'd probably want to hit them first. So let's go ahead and fabricate a claim here. Oh, you know what I haven't done yet? I already forgot something. I forgot to pick my national ideas. You should always do that before you unpause. See, morale of armies, and you generally want to try to get them to match the slots that are available. So morale of armies, trireme cost, or reinforced speed in army morale recovery. I'm going to go with morale and reinforced speed, and then we have 1 oratory. Let's see, that's monthly corruption. Let's see, monthly general loyalty. Improve opinion maximum. Okay, I'm going to go with that one. Oh, and we got pirates blockading our coastline already. We don't have any triremes, though, so there's not much I can do about that. Let's see, invitation to a defensive league from this guy over here. I'm going to go ahead and accept that. Alright, now you. I can't fabricate a claim yet because I used up most of my oratory power points. So we're going to have to wait on that. If I want to take land, I need the right claim. I could always do a no CB, but I don't want to take the -2 stability right now. Another option I could do is this all of Crete is in with in diplomatic range of me, so I can fabricate a claim here and move into Crete, which I might end up doing. But it'll depend on what happens in the Peloponnese here. Some of the main issues I'm going to have is that Corinth is owned by Macedon, and Argos is a feudatory of Phrygia. So all of this I might be able to condense into Arcadia, but those two cities, which are key because they're kind of choke points on the Peloponnese here, those are in the hands of really big nations. Very big, very strong nations. Macedon is way stronger than me at the start. 600 pops and 49 cities. And I've got 63 and 5, so yeah. Oh, also my economy's terrible. I haven't touched that yet. I could always increase taxes or increase my commerce. I think I'm going to increase my income from commerce. Slaves needed for surplus, not a big deal for me right now because I'm not anywhere close to being able to get a surplus good. So let's try that. And I guess we'll put the army maintenance down for now, so we're not. War was averted. The Hellenic local power of Bithynia. They folded from a threat of war by Phrygia. Oh, so Phrygia took a city. And the Seleucids took one. Okay. That's fine. That's okay. Not a big deal. I'm not going to bother with a navy right now. I can't really afford it. And I would need similar numbers of triremes to be able to fight the pirates, so I'm just not going to be able to deal with that right now. It's just going to be something that'll have to sit there for a bit. Got our trade routes going. No decisions available. Let's see. They don't have 3 cities and 29 pops, so it's not very populous over here. It's good. It's a good starting location, though, especially if considering they don't have any diplomatic relations right now. And if it stays that way long enough for me to get my oratory up, then I can just get a claim over there, and I don't have to worry about it too much. This is actually why I took the... Oh, no, I didn't take that invention. Oh, you know what? I thought I took the invention for the claim cost. I did not. It's this one right here. Minus 10%. That's because it's 200 oratory points for a claim. And that's pretty expensive. And saving 20 on every one of those is good. But I took the extra 5%, the herbalism. Took the extra 5% on tech, because tech is really important. Staying ahead on tech is really, really important. And it's all about the ratio of citizens you have. And I've got a really good research efficiency right now because I have a lot of citizens, so I'm not too bent out of shape about it. I'm just waiting for this guy to get like a huge defensive league or something like that, because that would be a problem for me. But if he stays isolated like this, we're gonna be good. I just have to wait till we have 200 power points. And then we can move. Did I? I did. I put the army maintenance down to save a little bit of money. One thing I hope they change is making it a little more obvious which one of these is selected at the moment. Because as it is, it's kind of like a one... There's like a little 1 pixel wide black line all the way around. Okay, here and right here. And it's like a slightly different color. Like, it kind of looks like it's a button that's been pushed down a little bit, but if it was a little more obvious, that'd be nice. Bountiful harvest. Word has arrived that this year's harvest was exceptionally good in the city of Sparta. Whilst the merchants may be holding their heads a little high, the people rejoice at the plummeting prices of bread. Alright, gain 1 stability or some cash. I'm going to take the free stability point. That's a great start for me. Because it's national, so national tax, monthly legitimacy, research points plus 10%, ruler popularity, loyalty of subject states, I don't have any. And the only thing that's bad is sacrifice to the gods cost. Sacrifice to the gods is stability increase. So we're good there. And I can pick another invention, so I think I'm going to go ahead right now and grab the fabricate claim cost. Base is 100 civic power for each invention. And usually I take as many inventions as I possibly can, because there's a lot of them. Stacking all those modifiers up is really great. And there's not a whole lot you do with civic power. There are some things you do with it, but using them on inventions is an easy choice. So now we only have to get to 180, because we knocked that down by 10%. Save us a couple months. Oh, interesting. You know what, they may have used their PowerPoints on something else because they haven't picked a second idea. Let's check some of the big nations in the region. See if they've picked theirs. Yep. Some have. Carthage has none picked. Rome's only got, yeah. Macedon has none. Phrygia has none. Interesting. Maybe the AI was spending their points on something else. I wonder what it could be. So yeah, like if we go to Megalopolis here, we can see that they have a defensive league with Mantinia and Heraclea. So if declaring war on one would mean declaring war with others. So who is this? A son has been born! Excellent. So this guy wants access. I'm just gonna go ahead and say no. No, I do not want... Unfortunately, guys, I do not want an alliance. Oh, they got an alliance with that guy up there. So they did get a friendo. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna go ahead and decline that offer, though, because I still want to attack you. He's not huge, though. I was hoping I'd get lucky and I wouldn't have to deal with that, but no such luck. 12,000 men might be enough to take them both down. How many troops do they have? This guy's only got 4 cohorts in the field, and he's got 5. So they've only got 9,000 men total. You know what we should do, too? Economy, the army maintenance backup. So if we're lucky, we just get in there and stack wipe his army, siege down the land around it, and then I only have to worry about this guy up here. That's what we want. Get that morale up. The Oracle of Delphi. The Oracle of Delphi has been the rise and fall of many legendary heroes. Ill tidings arrive from the Oracle with a messenger, bearing news of bad times to come unless Sparta is to get a new leader. Oh my. The nobles of our society start looking at Arius with skeptical eyes, as the Oracle himself has said he is ill-befitting a leader. Maybe it is time to change our leadership. A large ceremony will be held to appease the gods. I lose 100 religious power and 24 ducats. We need to convince our friends and countrymen the Oracle is wrong. Lose 5 legitimacy, lose 5 popularity, and lose 49 ducats, or outdated superstitions. Lose a lot of legitimacy. Sparta gets Prophecy of Delphi until the 14th of March, 462. That's 10 years. Which gives me, let's see, a monthly legitimacy down, call omen cost up, and I lose popularity. I think we're going to go with this one. I don't have a lot of money on hand, but I think it's the best option we have at the moment. Oh my, I just noticed some of these units start loyal to me. I keep saying that, but it's not me personally. It's, you know, it's the leader of Sparta. Oh, and these are your military tactics. Right now, I think I'm going to be switching to phalanx formation. We could do bottleneck too, because bottleneck will give us bonuses to our archers and our light infantry. I think we're going to go phalanx. Set it to phalanx. He still only got the 1. We're almost ready. Yeah, I could have foregone some of the early startup stuff, like picking my national ideas, and gotten the claim earlier and jumped in before he had any friends, but that would have meant not having my ideas, and you definitely want to have those selected. Alright, so why don't we speed this up just a little bit. And of course, I mean, you hit the plus button and not the wrong one. Hey-oh, someone's taking out the pirates. Thrace! Excellent. Alright, as soon as we get up to 180, that's one more month. We're going in. Arius the Content. Long envied by many for his apparent colorfulness, finally revealed his secret over a feast last night. Just stop wanting more. Gains content. What's that gonna give me? Finesse -1, Providence -10. That's ugly. Finesse -1, that kind of sucks. Alright, we got 180 now. So we're going to fabricate our claim. We're going to have to wait a month to be able to declare war, though. So that's going to be September 15th. Alright, so let's slow that down. Okay, declare war. They'll pull in their enemy. Take Laconia. Confirm. And we are immediately going to march on their capital. And hopefully their army is there and we'll be able to hit them before they can leave. Or did the pirates, pirates lost? Thrace, who are you at war with? That's a little concerning. That you're over here. Oh, he's at war with this little guy. Okay. That's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I don't see their army. They may have been able to retreat north before I got in here. Oh, no, there they are. You know what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to split off. Create new unit. I'm going to split off to these just two. I'm going to have them walk over here and siege that down so they can't recruit any troops there. I believe I need 10,000 men to prosecute this siege. And I could, if oh wait, it flipped automatically. Oh, it flipped okay, yeah. I forget about that. Border provinces flip on their own, not unlike in EU4. Well, if I'm taking attrition there, I could just wait off to the side to avoid attrition. Just the normal attrition. And like I was saying, is if I could afford a trireme, I could make this go just a little bit quicker by blockading it. But I think I'm just going to sit on it. I don't want to spend money on a navy right now when I very clearly can't afford it. See, they're trying to recruit in light infantry here. They only have archers and light infantry, so if we fought... If it's light infantry and archers versus, like, a solid Spartan phalanx, they're going to get crushed. Also, I have more troops than them, so they're going to get crushed. But we are out of time for the day, so with our first war being started, we're going to end this episode right here. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I do appreciate it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, corrections, pronunciation corrections, mechanical corrections, or anything like that, please leave them in the comments below. I do read all of them, and I will respond to any that request a response. And I will see all of you next time.